Hey there, folks. It's me, your old pal, Officer Hank Schlitz, the Game Cop, coming to you to give you fun facts and tips and tricks and all sorts of cool stuff that you can tell your friends, and they'll say, "Hey, that's one smart cookie over there." So, what's going on today? What are we talking about? What's on the topic menu, if you will? Well, I was thinking about something I said the other day. It's something that I had divulged about my opinion about otters and whether or not they're a real animal. And if you hadn't seen that, my theory about otters is that there's some kind of machine. There's no such thing as an animal that's that fun and that playful and that much of a delight for human beings to observe. That's just not how nature works. Nature is horrible and full of brutality and blood. And they're just trying to pull some kind of trick on us. And it's not just otters out there, folks. There's other kinds of animals that have all sorts of nefarious agendas, and they're trying to deceive us. And I don't know why, but I know that these animals they're not what they appear to be. And so this is in light of that, this is Hank Schlitz top 5 fake animals that are trying to pretend to be something else, or they're not what they appear to be, and you need to know better because this is deceitful behavior these animals are perpetrating on us. And this is a list, not a tip list. Well, it's not tips. These are tips for knowing what animals are not real. All right. Tip number 1 is whales. All right. What's going on with these things? This is just on paper. This animal is crazy. All right. It's the biggest thing ever, but it eats tiny, tiny little things. Okay, sure. So it's apparently a gigantic animal and it's no danger to us. I don't believe that, okay? Animals get large by eating other gigantic animals. It's a concatenated chain of events. It goes from a mouse to an owl to a dinosaur. That's how the food table works, okay? So only animal gets bigger is by eating some other animal that was only slightly less large and slightly less horrifying than it. And that's like, okay, if whales were a real thing, they'd be eating us 10 at a time, okay? We'd never be able to go in the ocean because every time we did, there'd be a fucking national disaster because whales ate 300 of us, okay? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. They're putting them in movies and being friends with us and jumping over rocks and what a wonderful relationship we can have with the natural world through whales. Give me a fucking break, okay? If whales were a real thing, they would be killing us all, okay? There's a reason why dinosaurs aren't. If dinosaurs were around, these big giant animals, they'd be eating us all, and that's what whales would do. And I just don't buy that this kind of gentle creature exists, okay? This is some kind of propaganda machine created by the Walt Disney Corporation to make us not throw all of our soup cans into the ocean. And I'm going to throw my garbage where I want to throw it. And some giant fanciful creature is not going to prevent that from happening, okay? Whales, what an absurd idea. They'd be killing us all if they were real, so they're clearly not. It's some kind of machine animal, some computer effect that was created by Walt Disney Corporation to sell the ocean to children, okay? So that's the first one. The second one, you might be asking, what is it? Well, obviously, tip number 2, fake animal. Tip number 2 is pandas, all right? What is this? Pandas, that it's similar to the otters. Have you ever seen an animal so cute and so huggable and soft and benign? No, a bear. I've seen a bear before. Bears rip people apart. They eat their guts. This is not a bear, okay? This is my theory about pandas is that this is some kind of Chinese trick, okay? These animals only come from China, and they're docile and cute, and I think that's just a suit. I think that's just some poor Chinaman who's been put into a suit, and he's so desperate to get into our fucking amazing, beautiful red, white, and blue country that he's willing to debase himself and dress as a bear and live in a zoo in order to do it, okay? These Chinese people, they in the native country, they ate all the bamboo, and now they want to come over here and eat our bamboo? I don't think so, okay? And I'm not going to be fooled by some person dressing as some sort of cute bear that apparently needs to eat all my bamboo, okay? You're not getting my bamboo, China people, and I'm not going to be fooled by this. Maybe other people, but not me, all right? So not getting my bamboo, pandas, because I know that you're not a real animal. Pandas are not real. It's just a Chinese guy in a suit who's trying to get over here through nefarious means, not using proper immigration channels so he can eat all of our bamboo. Tale as old as time. All right. Number three fake animal, insects. What are you saying? Insects? Look at these crazy things. All of them. And I mean cockroaches, flies, mosquitoes, soup to nuts insects. I was reading something online about octopuses and how some scientist man thinks they came from space because they look so weird. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going on with insects. They might be a living thing, all right? It's not a computer generated image like whales, but they came from space or something. They have to, because they don't look like anything else in this fucking world, okay? Even a goddamn lizard at least has fingers, okay? Even a goddamn pelican has its skeleton on the inside of his body. My God, skeleton on the outside? Are you kidding me? That sounds like some sort of science fiction horror show if I ever heard one, okay? And the notion that people are just so accepting of bugs. Oh yes, these things, these disgusting, horrible monsters, they just came and grew up on this wonderful, luscious, God-given planet just like us. Look at us, look at a bug, and say that came from the same set of circumstances. That's an insane line of logic. I cannot abide a world where bugs grew out of the ground to become the way they are. They don't have fingers. They're all crunchy and gross on the outside. That is some kind of alien, okay? So don't be fooled by insects. They got used to living here, but they're some sort of alien creature. It's just like octopuses. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. They're not one of us, okay? Tip number 4, fake animal. Fake animals are ponies. The number 4 is pony. What is this? This is disgusting. This isn't the pony's fault. It's not like, the insects or the fucking pandas where they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes. This pony, someone did something. This is just a horse that someone cut the legs off of, and that's deplorable. I can't believe that someone is putting these animals in a circus and riding them around and, oh, look at that, a tiny little horse. That's not a real thing, okay? Look at that animal. It's absurd. It doesn't look like it could even hold up its own body, and it can't because someone cut off a poor horse's legs and called it a different animal. It's disgusting, and I can't believe that this goes on in this day and age. I look at a pony, and it looks like something that would happen in the horrible ancient days, but no, they still exist. And people just think it's a fun, cute thing to have. Oh, it's a little more safe than a horse. Have it at a party. Do you have any idea how someone got that thing? They cut the legs off of a perfectly healthy horse just so your little baby girl could ride around like a princess on her special birthday day. How dare you? What an evil, evil act. I cannot believe. Ponies? Someone needs to make this stop, okay? All concerned about, oh, save the animals. Oh, fur is murder. Yes, perhaps. But no, I don't hear anyone saying, someone stop cutting the legs off of these horses and making them ponies. It's awful. You shouldn't do it, all right? And number five, fake animal on Hank Schlitt's top list of deceptive fake animals is, of course, gargoyles. What is this? I mean, you expect me to believe that an animal is just going to perch up on a church and then it turns to stone in the daylight? Oh, that's convenient. It turns to stone. It just happens to turn to stone at the time of day where I am able to visually apprehend it. Oh, that's convenient, isn't it? At nighttime, oh, that's when it's flying around. That's when you'd be able to see it, when it's totally fucking dark outside and no one can see a goddamn thing. But in the daytime, oh, no, it turns to rock. Sure, whatever. I'm pretty sure that thing was always a rock, and no matter how long I stared at it or how much night vision I got, it would never ever turn into a real living creature, all right? So that's just a crazy idea. Just think about it, okay? Because a lot of these animals, you might be seeing a common theme here. The just very idea of them is ridiculous. Just think about most of the animals, like a squirrel and a duck, and if the animal you're thinking of doesn't, have any likeness to those regular ass animals, then there's something going on. There's some kind of deceptive practice. Nature only comes in a couple of flavors. I think it's like duck, dog, mouse, and sponge. And that's everything. So if it doesn't look like one of those things, then it's not an animal. It's some kind of trick. It's a man in a suit. It's an alien. Or it's a computer effect. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at an animal, and then maybe you won't be such a dum-dum in the future. All right, hope you had fun, folks. We'll be coming to you soon with all sorts of new, fun stuff to learn. All right, I'm the Game Cop. Take it easy, folks, and enjoy your life. Bye-bye, Game Cop. Bye, Game Cop.